How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane, the Chainsaw Man, here to give you another Chainsaw Man episode review and recap. Today's episode is episode 3, entitled Meowy's Whereabouts. So before I go any further, please do not forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this one. Holy hell. Now, I forgot to put those intros and outros, ignore that sound, for this show. There's another outro. I have a feeling we're going to get a different outro for every episode, possibly. More secrets within the intro, though. The intro is interesting because they do preview a lot of characters that haven't shown up, and some characters who I don't know if they'll show up before the ending of the first part of this, but because again, I haven't read the manga yet, but we do get teases at 3 more characters in this intro. They're towards the end of the song. That ending song is so heavy metal. It reminds me of the second Death Note intro. Wake up, people. It's good. So, what is this episode about? Denji's new goal is he wants to fondle some boobs. Want to touch some boobies. Like the child that he is. He wants to fondle some boobies. Well, was it really childish to want to fondle boobies? I know a lot of grown men who apparently that is one of their only goals in life. But regardless of such, we are not here for that type of commentary. Denji wants to fondle boobs. She says, well, you know what? My cat was taken by a demon. Kill a demon, you can fondle all you want. Well, interesting. We get some there's such subtlety within this animation. I don't know if it's present inside of the manga, but when Makama comes and talks to them, she's very much like a startled, I'd say dog, but yeah, like a startled dog. Like, she apologizes and says, yeah, she'll work with Denji, and even Denji kind of looks like, okay, because she lies and says it's all his fault. Because apparently, when public service kills a devil that's already been claimed by civilian devil hunters, again, remember, civilian devil hunters also include police, blah, 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 okay. Apparently, that is grounds to be fired and stuff like that. They call that obstruction. They'd be arrested, but they're not going to be arrested. And we also find out something else interesting that I don't know if it's true. When Makama goes in front of the board, I'm guessing it's the board for Japan or whatever. Apparently, Soviets, which that was really weird to say Soviets. I wonder when in time this is. This seems like it's supposed to be modern era because there's cars and vending machines and all this other stuff. But they use the word Soviets. So maybe time is a little bit different. Maybe things are different in this devil-filled world. But apparently the Soviets think that there being military applications of devils being used by the United States of some sort. Or maybe it's vice versa. I was a little bit foggy on when they were talking about it, but interesting all the same. And the guy who's speaking is like, hopefully Japan only needs to worry about devils and not any other enemies. Which I'm thinking to myself, well, if this world is very similar to the real world, Japan are allies of the United States. I don't think you need to worry about that. But everybody should worry about Russia, Soviet Union, whatever. When they were asking progress reports, she says one devil looks promising, the other one is interesting, one I just picked up. Well, hey, keep them in line, right? You let them grow. Remember, these are your projects, right? What else did they say? I'm just running through my notes. Here we are. Tells her don't get too attached. Now, Aki drove her there, and he's wondering, why are you interested in him? Thinks Denji's disgusting. And she says, all devils have names. So the more the name is known, the more feared they are. And it's said that the more feared they are, the more power they have. So she's drinking coffee. She says, take Coffee Devil, for example. Not a lot of people are afraid of coffee. if at all. But if you take something like the car devil, a lot of people are afraid of getting hit by cars. That'd be something very strong, wouldn't it? She tells him, yeah, he turns into a chainsaw man, which kind of gets him started. He's like, uh-huh. So she's just interested in what's happening. Why he's interested as well. He just thinks, first of all, he has no goal like the rest of them. He just wants to live good. He doesn't think he's taking this seriously. He still calls him a stupid brat, which by all accounts is very true. He is slightly different from your archetypal main anime shonen. This is very much gory. Anime manga protagonist. Think of someone like Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. His goal is find Muzan, cure his sister, kill him, and take out some demons along the way, right? You got then you have a person like Rurouni Kenshin who's like, I'm this famous Batosai. I used to kill people, but I just want to live a peaceful life. And then problems seem to come and he has to come out of retirement. He is the original John Wick, right? What's another archetypal when I think of things like this? You have some that don't have goals. It's just, hey, I have this power. I need to save people. Then you have those who have goals. And Denji's just like, look, I was poor. Even getting a drink from the vending machine. This is the life for me, man. And the fact that you're lying on me, I don't even want to do this. Now, she says that she just hates humans. It's not out of, any grievances. It's just apparently it is a natural instinct for devils to just hate humans, which it seems like more sentient the devil is, the more they go, oh, I hate you humans, you try to kill me. But it's like, y'all try to kill people too. It's very weird. Very, 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 very weird relationship, right? Like, you try to kill us, of course we're going to try to kill you back. You even have little Pochita was afraid of Denji. When Denji's like, look, if you're going to kill me, man, just do it. And then it's like, oh, we have this relationship. There's another thing that Aki doesn't like is that he believes he can be friends with devils. Now, you would think in this episode that would change because power betrays him. And I like that he does pick up on when she's lying, because she says, yeah, if he sees me, he might use Meowy as a shield. She has to get her pet cat back from the bat devil. And when she says, if you get my cat back, I'll let you follow my boobs, because the only thing she gets along with is cats. Doesn't like humans, thinks they're strange. Every time he tells her the truth or tells her something, she just like very dismissive. Says, I had a pet devil, but Pochita's inside him. She's like, well, if he's inside of you, doesn't that mean he's not dead? I mean, it's kind of a dumb thing just for you to get some self-comfort, which then she understands, because the bat devil, after he squeezes and gets what he describes as Denji's nasty blood inside of him and regrows his hand, he's like, oh yeah, I had to punish you for bringing me nasty blood. Eats the cat and then eats her. And that's when, right before he eats her, she's like, I think I understood what you meant by that. Like, she's so distraught by it, she doesn't even put up a fight. And I like the fact that Denji, I'm understanding this character. He is so freaking stupid and childish, but I can understand that he is and was so poor and destitute. He has a deeper empathy for others, including the devils, the fiend devils, because he says, man, I remember a time, and this is right before he pulls his cord to fight the bat devil, who wants to eat a virgin first, and then have a fat man for main course, and then eat a pregnant woman. Jeez. Has a very acute sense of smell, can smell people's aromas, what they eat, what they drink, whether they're doing drugs, whether they're smoking cigarettes, stuff like that. But when Denji pulls the cord, he thinks, there was a time when Pochita wasn't home, and I went around looking for him. I figured some other devil had killed him. And when he got back home, Pochita was crying for him, and he was crying for him, Pochita, and they got to sleep. And he says, I wonder how she slept, not having her cat and having her cat held hostage by this guy. And we do get to see the flashback. Like, she killed a bear. Said, man, you smell real tasty, cat. Meowy, or nekoko in Japanese. Nothing but skin and bone. She's like, I gotta fatten you up. So she gets a cow, milks the cow. By the way, she's butt ass naked and has this cow head in her lap as she gives it milk. And, it's resting on her chest while she's sleeping. Well, resting on top of a roof. She says, anybody that looks into my eyes usually is dead. It's nice to have an interaction with something that isn't screaming for its life. It's like, oh, you learn the value of life through meeting this. Well, how about you just don't try to kill people? Yeah, there you go. Her mastery of blood is interesting because when they have their little exchange, I like that Denji picks up. He's like, "Wait, want to use you as want to use the cat as a shield if it sees you?" And they kind of stop, and he swipes with his axe because he got that axe. He swipes. She makes a small hammer, hits him in the back of the head, and she's like, "You're very gullible, but man, you have good instincts." And in her flashback, we do see, the one arm. Even the Bat Devil says before we saw this whole flashback, my arm was cut off by humans. Like, this dude in the Zombie Devil, legitimately, if you all take over people and kill them, why are you surprised that folks want you dead? Like, I get a Pochita, right? It's like, oh man, that thing's so freaky. It's a chainsaw dog. I get him being like, I didn't do anything, arf, arf. But for you, what? Anyway. Yes, we do get more background on Power from Makima with an ass shot. Yeah, they get a shot of her sitting, cross legs, and recross the leg from the back. So those of you who want to see the butt, there you go. You saw the butt. Power was the Blood Fiend. So must be a lot of people afraid of blood, but yeah. Apparently, before she could get Meowy back, she was, of course, taken by Makima, which makes sense. You got a naked demon thing running around, or should I say, fiend running around. Yeah, of course, eventually, and you were killing people's livestock. Yeah, of course, you were going to get captured. Very interesting episode. I like the subtlety with. Yeah, Denji's stupid, and his whole thing is touching boobs, but he has that level of empathy. It makes me wonder if he realizes you're actually fighting for people not to die, because, like, when they crash down from the sky in this office, he tells the woman, run away, you idiot, do you want to get eaten? He's like, you're a devil, right? Why are you helping humans? And they're fighting in the street, and there's a father and son. He's like, run. Just go. After he looks at him for a little bit, run. Then there's a dude in the car. He's like, you want to save him? Fine. And this is when Denji realizes that his chainsaws on his hands retract because he easily grabs the car. But then it says, I don't care about saving some dude, and throws the car, but the dude slid out as he threw the car. I think he knew that was going to happen instinctual, which made a explosion. Really good fight between him and the Bat Devil. He gutted this thing. This is going to be one of those shows where they don't have names for their moves. I kind of wish they did. If they had a fighting game, they have a name for their move. Just the chainsaw triple slice. It's like Roronoa Zoro, but if he had a sword coming out of his head, which I wonder if I'm pretty sure there's a katana demon, but good at this thing. Blood just pouring everywhere. Purple blood just everywhere. Like, when he says, he says, hold on, if I could find this. Because there's so much destruction. He says, all of this crap, I've been as patient as possible. He looks badass because this thing makes a mouth hole to do a sonic burst and is going to eat the guy that was out of the car. Even though he's like, he had cigarettes in you, but I just need something to regrow this other hand the arm that got cut off again. And when Denji gets up, he is fearful. And I kind of think it looks like he might actually be getting power from this thing being fearful of him, because he throws the concrete, breaks the concrete. He's so afraid that he let go of the human. Didn't even try to eat him, just let him go. Very, very badass scene. I wish I could get that as like a wallpaper of some sort. Although I'm very bad at changing wallpapers because I like what I like. But yeah, just fight was great. Animation is great. I like seeing the chainsaw mouth move when he speaks. What can I say? I like it. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because of storytelling. Like, yeah, it's kind of basic and contrite, but I appreciate she told the story, and even though she does lie, she doesn't even believe the whole chainsaw thing. She doesn't believe anything he's saying. I guess because she's naturally a liar, and they are clashing. This show, and from the stuff that I've read, it seems like a lot of these people that are supposed to work together will clash a lot until something happens. Which, okay, that's natural. I'm okay with that. I hope it doesn't happen a lot with everybody. I hope there's somebody that's just like, hey, yeah, I'm this fiend guy. I'm here to work with you guys. She also has to get permission to leave, which is why it took her so long to bring something for the bad devil to eat, because she has to get permission. Although, me wonders if it's permission or if it's just, I don't know how many times she's actually tried this. So it does leave you to wonder, how good is she actually? We actually don't see her having attacked any humans either. Makes you wonder. Really does make you wonder. I hope those questions of mine are answered sooner or later. Is there anything else for this? Yeah, I give it a 4 because I like that she told the truth about her backstory, because we see it in reverse, the whole 02 naked thing. We see the whole thing. We do get more background on how close Denji was with Pochita. I like they drew the tears very well for that little fella. It's kind of sad we won't get to see them grow up together, but you know what? We don't really need all of that. It's nice to get different anecdotal things from Denji himself, thinking to himself, saying, okay, this is why you connect with this person. Even though his whole thing is, I don't get the whole cat thing, but I had a pet devil. If it was a dog, I understand. I have a pet devil, which is very, very realistic. A lot of people don't care about cats. A lot of people care about dogs. Although I've met more cat people in my time, it seems like it's 50-50, right? But funny point, which also makes me give this a 4 out of 5, is when she offers that, he goes, that, pardon my language, this is what he says. He says that, I'm not going to curse, this effing devil. How dare he think he can take a cat? And I just love her whole reaction. Like, oh, I tell you, this is a travesty. Oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to save that cat. And I'm going to effing kill that devil. Oh, that was funny. That was genuinely funny. If you have not watched that scene, I am not doing it justice. Go and watch that. And then come back here. Come back here if you haven't finished. Come back. Please come back. Pause it at 1811. Pause it. Come right back. Very funny. Very, very funny. Her gazing at the vending machine is pretty interesting. That might be part of her trait, because the outro shows her doing that too with Denji and Aki. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's not dead. That cat might not make it though. But anyway, let me know what you thought of the episode in the comment section down below. Tell me, those of you who watch my regular content, do you prefer me doing the anime reviews like this? Just talking about it, not going part by part. I kind of enjoy this because it feels less stressful. But just let me know what you think. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new here, and hit that notification bell as well. Do not forget that bell is important, because you need to know. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna stop saying it. It doesn't matter. You know, if you're not new here, hit the subscribe button. Especially if you aren't subscribed. Come on. You want to know when these things come up. So, as always, thank you for taking some time out to listen to me ramble about the Chainsaw Man. Please be good, be blessed. Wash those hands. All right. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. That way it goes. Don't be a jerk. Please take care of yourself. And just remember, there is always someone that'd rather talk to you today than to be missing you tomorrow. All right? You're not alone. And until next time, this is Chainsaw Man. I am not giving that up. It chuckles me. Makes me just chuckle. I love it. I hope one day someone draws me as the Chainsaw Man. But would it be chainsaws of me, or would it just be me as like a chainsaw guy? I'm genuinely interested in how that would look. Anyway, this is Chainsaw Man. I will see you guys next time.